today. From Oakland, California, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 54 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in the game.
12 more yards there and another first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. First carry for DeAndre Swift. This will go for 5 up to the 33. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First down, Chiefs.
1st and 10. Here's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The free safety rolling all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
21-yard line.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Thrown to the sideline.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. These two teams all tied after 1. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down now. Swift, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's a gain of 10.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jalen Rager. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Smith in on the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
First carry for James Conner. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
17 yards.
On 2nd down, Swift. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there for KC. 54 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second down and goal. Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. They will run it with Swift here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. On 1st down, Jones. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Jones throwing on first down. Got an open man. It's Harmon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw and a good quick first down as well.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
10 yards to go.
And the blitz does come. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's caught inside the 35.
The greatest show on earth, baby.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jalen Rager with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Daniel Jones sacked.
Well, that blitz had no problem finding its target, did it? Zone blitz. So the defensive linemen drop out instead of rushing the quarterback, and you replace him with linebackers or safety.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Daniel Jones sacked.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and...
What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The kick by Gold is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Singletary here running out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got you to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. KC's offense ready to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll fire it deep. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
At the 10.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Swift, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the
One more time with
Still
Swift.
came through.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Schuster.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Jones trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Intercepted by
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
86.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
5.
6-man. Check curls.
From the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 5.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. On 3rd down, Cowan, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Armstrong. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Wentz to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Come on,
that is
Carson.
Incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Eason on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Jones on 1st and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.